to the window. Oh my God, the way your voice carries.
Oh my God.
We're going to get kicked out tonight. I'm so sorry. Welcome to Millennial, the home of pretend adulting real talk. I'm Andrew.
I'm Laura.
So this is a unique experience.
It
because
is.
We're not talking over Riverside.
No, I'm looking straight into your eyes.
Yeah.
And it's kind of weird.
In fact, I could kiss you lips to lips right now.
Oh my God, Mark is sitting right
Oh,
there.
why do you have to remind Mark? He was on his phone. Hi, Mark.
He's got the camera on us now. He's
like, take the pic, do it.
He's like,
yes.
don't fuck around.
Oh, Patreon exclusive.
Yeah.
Mark said.
OnlyFans.
So yes, we are together in DC at Podcast Movement with
Correct.
our basically lifelong friends, Micah and Eric.
Hello, y'all.
Hello.
Hey. We're all together in person. This is the first time we've been together in person since we're thinking 2010.
Yeah, it has to be. I think it was Infinitus 2010 when we did our live Mugglecast from the Three Broomsticks in Hogsmeade, right?
Yeah,
I think that's right.
We couldn't get the music to turn off. There was no
That's
button
right.
for it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The theme park was not equipped for recording podcasts.
I'm surprised that episode is still allowed to exist because that's definitely WBIP in the background.
Oh, maybe they won't notice.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So we thought we had to record while we're all together. I mean,
Yeah.
one in Rome
Of course.
or in DC.
Same
So-
thing.
Yeah, same thing,
Right.
basically.
What
But
are you comparing it to?
actually, longtime listeners, I'm just moving on. Longtime listeners know that we have had this running joke about the Micah Chair on Millennial. And for anybody who doesn't know, the Micah Chair is the chair in every hotel room that's just in the corner. And nobody uses the chair because it's just, it's like, you know, it's just a decorative feature of the room, in my opinion.
I'm sure some people have used the chair,
Yeah, you.
not for sitting.
This is the stuff Michael wants to say on MuggleCast, but can't.
Yeah.
So anyway, Micah is in the Micah Chair right now.
Yes.
So I'm curious, what do you think of that Micah Chair?
It's very comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a nice little pillow for the back.
Lumbar support.
Yep.
Do you want to
So-
do a photo op right now on air in
Of course.
the chair? Okay.
Which camera?
I know.
These two
Sorry, I'm getting
cameras.
video, so the whole
Yeah.
thing is
Big
happening.
news.
But
So yeah, it's leather. It's got a high back, which is great.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Those are both very important for certain things that you might be doing in that chair.
Oh, God. Yes. Did you check it for cum stains?
No.
You better get up and look right now.
Does
Are
anyone have
you
a black
telling
light?
us what you were doing last time in this room while Eric and I were playing shuffleboard downstairs?
yeah, we were doing the wholesome activities.
So we had a meetup last night with MuggleCast patrons. We kept it kind of limited because we were just going to do it at this hotel. So we wanted to keep it simple for us too, because we're running around doing panels all day. But the turnout was great. We made one post on the MuggleCast Patreon. We got a good 20 people. But Micah got pretty drunk. You were drunk.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You were drunk. You were drunk. You were drunk.
It's okay. Listen,
it happens, buddy.
we've all been there. It happens. You weren't the only one.
That's true.
No?
No, I mean, I was not, but other people there were.
Okay.
And it wasn't necessarily just hosts on this show,
Right. Yeah.
which we don't have a problem with.
No, of course.
We're totally pro, like, let your hair down and have a good time.
Yeah. And I was the first to go upstairs amongst us four. And
Boo.
then I
To
find,
spend time in the Micah chair.
yes, right. To deposit some, never mind.
Oh my
But then Micah, I come to find out, you two get back to the room at midnight, 12:30.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Something like that.
And Micah started knocking on my door. Why? Why were you knocking on my door? I was in bed.
Why was it closed?
Yeah.
Why? Because
We
I
have-
went to sleep.
We
We
got
have
these
adjoining
adjoining rooms
rooms, yeah.
with, like, our door has been wide open this whole time.
Okay, but when I'm sleeping, why can't I just shut the adjoining door? Why do you need to poke in?
Because we want to watch.
Well, and this is what this
Function sleep.
well, you were knocking, so you tell us what you were looking to
Baby
do.
angel.
I know.
And then apparently you were singing something too
Yeah, I don't.
against the door.
I think in the early morning yesterday, you had closed the door for like the first time, and we were so shocked because the first day it remained open. And so I just said under my breath to Micah, why didn't Master open the door today? Or something. And it was just an offhand comment while we were
Like
getting ready.
Preacher, right?
Like, yeah, well, like basically like we were house elves or like we, and not being allowed in. And Micah remembered it. There was no comment at the time, just kind of a laugh, a chuckle. And then late at night, like 20 hours later, he knocks on your door last night when you were asleep and he goes, Master?
Let me in.
Or,
Let me in.
Papa?
No,
Daddy?
I shut the door. I told you guys I had shut the door because I was leaving and I was hoping housekeeping would come early, just like they did the day before. So I didn't want housekeeping to come in. And then, you guys are in your room half naked or whatever. So that way they could clean the room and not interrupt you. That was it.
It's very
thoughtful.
thoughtful.
Yeah, well, I thought so.
Yeah. Well, I will say,
Sorry.
like, as a redemptive action that you took, you opened the door today to give me some bubblies. So
Yes, I gave you 4
Yeah.
bubblies.
Yeah.
And this is why Laura and Mark have their own room. They didn't want to deal with any of this shit.
I just say the fact that we can have these antics, that we can sit here and have this conversation now is such a blessing. It's such a wonderful privilege.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm never getting adjoining rooms with you two again.
You say that now. You say that now.
You're going to miss us. When we're
Until-
No, it
gone.
works out
Yeah.
perfectly. I mean, adjoining rooms are fun. Like you said, Eric, we're keeping both doors open thanks to the trash cans acting as door stoppers. And it's like a big party room now.
The Gaylord does not have door stoppers.
No, because here at the Gaylord, people stick everything up their butt. So,
I mean, that makes me think of the DNC. Do we want to talk about that?
yeah, sure. That was the next note here after what the hell was Micah doing the night of the meetup on knocking on my door. So yeah, what about the DNC?
Well, I'm sure that some people there stick things up their butts. Like I just have to. So it felt like a natural transition, like a dovetail into talking about the DNC. So we watched the first night of the DNC together,
It was fun.
which was really special because I haven't gotten a chance to be in the same space with y'all to talk about anything politically in a long time. And we all share very similar, concerns about the current state of affairs in this country. So it was like kind of cathartic to watch it all together.
Yeah, when you said share certain I thought you were going to say conservative values.
No.
No, it was. And I said to you, I think, so Hillary was on night 1.
Yeah.
And the wild thing is that I think the last time you and I were in a hotel room together was watching election night 2016.
Yep. I was ugly crying on the bed in our hotel room. Certain other members of our party were already passed out drunk because they couldn't take it.
Yeah.
And I sat there and just silently wept. Maybe not so silently. But I have this distinct memory of that night.
That's what you're going to say.
Andrew,
again.
yeah. Andrew sat on almost the opposite side of the bed from me. And I'm just sitting there like weeping, just like sobbing. And all of a sudden, I just feel he reaches out like the full length of his arm to just pat me on the back.
I can't even get close to Laura. I'm like
there. I'm uncomfortable with your emotions.
I can close to you. Oh, man. And you know what's also crazy? There was a blue moon this week. Once in a blue moon.
Whoa.
Isn't that wild? Like once in a blue moon, we're together. All 4 of us, too.
Literally.
Yeah. It was a blue moon.
Wow.
But the thing about, again, very privileged, but being in the same room together to watch politics is that even a month ago, I wouldn't have been able to be there or watch it. I have taken in so little political television, certainly not in a group setting, not in a setting where I could feel the level of like hope and joy that I think we were all feeling. It's a completely transformed experience than what it would have been even a month ago, I think. So getting to watch this, DNC with you guys was just a joy because there's joy now in the world again.
I know.
The possibilities that seemed closed off now seem possible again.
Yeah. It is an exciting time.
It was joyful, apart from how long it ran.
Oh, the DNC.
Yeah.
Yeah, Biden kept us up late.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because that doesn't seem
that
like
was
something that should happen.
We kept saying the whole night, there's no way Biden is going because it's so late. It was past our bedtimes.
I mean,
It was well past midnight, East
for
Coast.
sure. I thought that he would be getting tucked into a nice warm bed with a glass of warm milk and heading off to dreamland.
Is he Santa?
The craziest moment for me, Laura, of night one of the DNC was your prediction about Hillary Clinton when she was speaking. We have this on video and it's amazing. But you said she's going to do the line. She's going to do this line about, what was it, shattering glass ceilings?
Yeah. 18 million cracks in that highest and hardest glass ceiling. I was like, I know she's going to do it. She did it 3 times.
Yeah. The first time is when I was recording. I was like, what is it she's going to say? And you said it. And then within 5 or 10 seconds, she went right into it. It was beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, it's like a signature line of hers for sure. And I mean, I think it's very touching. But it has become predictable.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can guess in pretty much any political speech she's giving at this point, she's going to use that line. Just like Bernie and his $27.
$27. $27.
Still, I'm glad you brought it up because I've repressed all of that shit. I don't remember any of her campaign speeches before. I don't,
The other funny part about the glass ceiling is we're in the beautiful Gaylord.
No, really.
And they have this giant atrium, goes all the way up, 18 stories, whatever the hotel, how high it is. And there's a glass ceiling at the top. And so when she made the glass ceiling a joke, I came out on the balcony here and I think I said something about, she did it. She said the thing. She did the thing. Everyone here in the hotel.
Yeah. This place is wild.
I wonder what the interpretation of that was from people listening to you. Randomly yelling.
Me.
She did the thing.
She did the thing. She said yes. Proposing with somebody in my hotel room.
I was thinking that people might think something else, but I'm going to let this go. Like, oh, you found it.
Yeah. Biden was great, by the way. Like, he was sharp. He was awake. He wasn't stumbling.
Yes.
It was he was animated. He was moving his arms a lot. He was fired up.
To Mark's point, we want to know what ice cream he had to get him that lit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll have what he's having.
And then when I got back from the meetup, I turned on MSNBC to see if it was still going on, and Barack Obama was speaking. So I caught the tail end of that, and that was very good. He did this joke about small hands or small dick.
Yeah, it was nonverbal. It was perfect.
Yeah, it was
about crowd sizing. Yeah, I read all of Michelle Obama's speech at the DNC, but they hadn't yet posted. By the time we got back, they had transcribed it where you could read it, but I didn't read Obama's yet. But I'm interested.
Yeah.
But yeah, my mom actually is a speech and language pathologist for like her whole career. And she texted me the next day after Biden's and said, I can't believe how fluently he's speaking. He still has a lot of charisma and passion. And I replied, he's pissed. Because it did absolutely that fire that you love to see, that righteous like anger. He brought it. He brought it, and he still managed to go through his very credible accomplishments and still paint a picture against Trump and for Kamala.
I don't blame him for being pissed. Like, unfortunately, the standards are just different between what people expect from Republican presidential candidates and Democratic presidential candidates. And yeah, we all had concerns about Joe Biden ever since that debate, maybe before. But the reality is Trump is no better on that front. He has plenty of cognitive deficits of his own and plenty of gaffes of his own, but nobody's suggesting that he should step down over that. Nobody on the right, anyway.
It was dirty as hell the way that Biden was forced out, the constant media coverage about it following the debate and everything. And I was one of the people that for a very long time was like, there's no path to victory without Joe Biden on the ticket this year. I really felt that even a month ago. And I've never been more surprised and happy to kind of, I'm going to say have been wrong, because I never could have predicted the hope that would come when Biden did his selfless act of agreeing to step down. And then all of the things that had been said about Biden could now just implied through the air. Wait a minute, there's now only one side has an old as fuck candidate who can't string words together and doesn't make any sense when he talks. And guess who it is? It's Trump. So there was some deliciousness to be had in like the worst political situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm feeling excited.
Me too.
I was saying on Millennial, like, I was embarrassed to go outside after the Joe Biden debate. Like,
oh, yeah.
it was just like, it was an embarrassing night to be a Democrat, but I'm excited again. I can't wait for my Wallace Harris hat. I can't wait for my Childless Cat Lady t-shirt. Fired up. I'm ready to go.
Are you going to wear them together?
Yes. Hell yeah. It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be a look, your camo Kamala Walls ticket or hat, and then the Cat Lady shirt. The only other thing about that is people are saying that we're hope scrolling again. Going on X and just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and not wanting to die. What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't felt that for 8 years at this point.
It's just that everything seems possible again.
Yeah, it really does.
A whole new world.
Well, you know who else was hype?
Fantastic point of what?
Who else was hype was the state of Georgia during their roll call last night with special guest Lil Jon. I could not believe it at first because we weren't here when that happened.
Yeah.
We were at the hangout and
we were doing our own roll call.
Right, exactly. And I had someone send me a video of it, and the way it was cut, I was like, this isn't real. Like, somebody did this. This didn't actually happen. And then it was like, no, it actually did happen. And not only did we get that, but we got Lil Jon saying, from the window to the walls.
To the walls. Tim Walls. That's so good.
It was so good. It's literally like they finally realized that our generation is stepping up to be one of the larger voting blocks. And they realize that we just like memes.
Yeah.
Like we really can be easy to market to when they're actually thinking about us. And I just felt so seen as a teenager for whom Get Low was my theme song.
I feel seen by Get Low.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Well, and to that point too, everything that the Harris Walls ticket has done in the messaging has been flawless to my mind. You can tell they have some at least millennials and probably zillennials there on their marketing and doing these, like writing those emails that are going out.
100%.
Oh, it just is such an unexpected way to receive a communication from you. It just builds that hope and that goodwill.
The Kamala HQ is on fire.
Yeah.
I love that account. And I love doing the comparisons between the RNC, which just happened, and now the DNC. I don't know if y'all have seen any of those.
Ask you about that because you were talking about the roll call for Georgia, but the comparison between the roll calls of states from the RNC to the DNC and just how much more energy there is and creativity and excitement and enthusiasm.
I know.
Well, unless I'm mistaken about what it is that they did, but there's this obviously very structural, like legally it has to be a certain thing for the delegates to be pledged, but the Democrats managed to set it to music. Is that kind of like it? Like with live performances, they figured out a way where, like, they'd call the states and the states would stand up, but rather than just saying, present or we're here, they like
make it better for television.
Yeah. Which that's so that's
a Trump move to make it more interesting for TV.
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say that I think we should bring bullying back because I don't think that is like.
Excuse me?
It never went away. It's just one side really just let it affect them and didn't realize they had the power that they do.
Right, and that honestly, I feel like Democrats are learning that we can throw some of that back. And that we're actually more creative and funnier about it than they are. Instead of just being downright hurtful, which is usually the energy we're getting from that side. So it feels good, honestly.
Hell yeah.
Bring bullying back, 2024.
And tonight's Bill Clinton. Hey, everybody, bust out the cigars, everybody.
Listen.
We're going to have fun with cigars tonight, right, Micah?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if there's a cigar bar here. Smoke cigars on our balcony doing our Bill Clinton.
It smells like somebody did that before.
My room smells like smoke for some reason. It's weird. Your room smells great. Mine smells awful.
Yeah, ours kind of has.
Well, if you open the door more, maybe it would waft out.
Shut up. I go high five.
We just
Oh,
high five.
please.
We can high five, you guys.
We can't do that on.
No, not on
That's true.
Riverside. We
That's
can
true.
use like the hand up emoji or whatever, but
That's
that
true.
usually says
Not the
wait.
same.
That's
No.
true. Oh, yeah, Bill Clinton tonight, and Tim Walz is speaking tonight. That should be fun, actually.
And then
Mhm.
tomorrow
We'll
she
be done our
actually
work, I think.
accepts the nomination
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm gonna be back at my parents' house. I know they're gonna be in bed. They would stay up for it, but it's gonna be at 11 o'clock. My parents are gonna stay up for
Yeah.
that. Like we're saying, we're all very excited about the outcome of this election right now, and
Yeah.
it's a high stakes election. And Eric, since you were last on Millennial, actually, you have come out as non-binary.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes. Non-binary, trans feminine. I'm in the middle of medical transition, which has been going for like 10 months now.
Mm.
And I finally came out June 1st, or like the first weekend of June, on MuggleCast and on social media. And I gotta say, the support I've received from our podcast listeners and family and friends, especially you guys, has been really, really meaningful. And I'll never forget it.
Yeah.
It just really has meant a lot to me. And, it's been a life journey of self growth and self understanding that we all do that work, I think.
Yeah.
But for me, I have a renewed sort of spring in my step of, there's even more to myself that I can learn. And that's exciting to cross that threshold at 36.
Yeah.
And I did, at 31, it happened when I learned I had ADHD. It's
Mm.
like, you don't
Yeah.
just develop ADHD, you've had it all your life,
Mhm.
and the coping and so I'm consistently just learning more about myself, asking myself this question. It's been a wild and truly lovely experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're glad you've had a good experience. And
For sure.
I mean, that's something we've always loved about the Harry Potter community fandom is how accepting it is.
Yeah.
And inclusive it is. And yeah, I mean, like growing up in New Jersey, like all straight white people, it was like no diversity in Medford, New Jersey.
Right.
And then like you get into the Harry Potter fandom, and I don't know where I would have been without the Harry Potter fandom in terms of like my own coming out experience, because the first people I came out to were in fandom.
That would be a really interesting, longer
Yeah.
talk to have about that. But I think that's exactly what it is. I think being introduced to people who are different than you,
Mhm.
or different than what you've been taught is the norm, is so crucial. And it's not just the Harry Potter fandom, but I would say the internet in general, which was really coming into its heyday. We talk about fan sites, but like the communities that were being formed in the earliest days of like AOL and stuff in the early 2000s, really broke down the barriers and introduced people to people who were not immediately like them. And what happens is you begin to see that there are other ways to be, and your prejudice that you might be like biased, like to have due to the way you were raised, also falls away when you realize that these people actually have positive values, or the values that aren't against your values. And in fact, the diversity is a strength. And that is a process that can take any number of years to really come with. But we all met, everybody that we met in Harry Potter was really just, I think, there for the same reasons we were. They felt kind of like outcasts.
Yeah.
And everyone was waiting for their Hogwarts letter.
Mhm.
And that fandom in particular, which I've heard described as to me as the Isle of Misfit Toys. Hogwarts was our home specifically. And so it's no surprise to me that we knew a lot of people who were gay or transgender or really anything in Harry Potter fandom.
Yeah. Even just like didn't have friends. I mean, like for me, I didn't have friends prior to the Harry Potter fandom. Like I had friends when I was a kid, but then I got bullied in middle school. And then after that, I didn't really have any friends IRL. But like my online community, y'all, for example, were my friends. It's just like, and then I focused on them a lot, which was great, but it was a perfect outlet. Yeah. So it's all kinds of misfit toys, whether it's like, you think you might be trans or gay or whatever else, but also you might just have been bullied, or you're just lonely, or maybe you have family problems. Like there's just so many reasons people
socially awkward.
I will definitely take that for myself, because I feel like I've struggled with social awkwardness most of my life, but definitely at that point in time. But yeah, I mean, so much of it is about coming together for this shared love of this story, right? And it's a story about hope and resilience and overcoming evil, right? And like, what's not to love about that? And I think everybody, no matter what your story is, before you came into the Harry Potter fandom, there were pieces of that story that anyone could resonate with.
Yeah.
And I think it's that shared love that like motivates all of us to come together as a community and have each other's backs and be like, our differences actually make us stronger.
Yeah. We can learn a lot from each other too. So yeah. Well, congrats again on that.
Yeah.
We're excited for you.
Yeah, I'm
Eric?
excited too. Honestly, it's been like, seriously, the journey may never end, but I'm on a heck of a ride. I'm learning stuff about myself. I feel a connection to my body that just wasn't there before. And that's kind of the other thing I'd like to talk about here briefly is just that there wasn't a lot of discomfort my whole life surrounding my gender or my physical appearance. But there also wasn't the opposite. There wasn't the euphoria. There was a lot of like, I guess in general, indifference. And it wasn't until I got to a place where it was safe to start investigating that, to dive deeper on that. That's why this happened when I was at 36. I was generally happy. I had a generally wonderful life, been able to pursue my passions, been able to do this amazing show for 19 years with you guys, have a great group of friends and all of that. But it was really the time where I could finally start asking those questions. And everything I've done since has been, checking in with myself. And I just feel a lot of joy and, again, a lot of hope for my own personal future and then also the future of the country. So it's been a great month. Really. I'm very hopeful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, even just like looking at the polling numbers too, like those have been pretty positive. And I know we're not supposed to listen to the polls when, it's this far out and stuff, but they bothered Trump. So at least that part feels good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
True. We just got to make sure people don't get complacent.
Yeah.
Because that is part of what happened last time was people thought, oh, there's no way he could win. So there wasn't as much urgency for as many people as we needed to like get out and vote in droves. So I hope that as a country, we've learned our lesson and we don't make that mistake again.
I think the shorter runway to the election works.
Yeah.
That's
maybe a little bit
agree.
more in favor than last time around.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's like this hustle in like a good way. It's like, all right, we just got into this exciting new ticket. Now let's do this thing. Like if Biden stepped out like 6 months ago, at this point, we'd just be kind of complacent with this ticket.
They would have found
closer
something
to the
on
election
walls by now. Sure.
Yeah.
Unpaid parking tickets or something.
I saw his net worth is like under either 300,000 or 100,000.
He has no investments. They sold their house when they moved into the governor's mansion. It is wild.
They don't have money really.
That's unheard of in politics,
Well,
honestly.
because so often where are they investing? And that's the whole
He doesn't even have a laptop for them to investigate and talk about. Are you feeling optimistic, Micah, about the election? Yeah,
I am. I mean, always cautious optimism, but I feel a lot better than I did a couple months ago for sure.
Yeah.
Because thinking back on it, it's a lot along the lines of what Eric was saying. Like, well, actually, I disagreed. I thought there was no way with Biden on the ticket that we would win. So
that's a special level of hell to have lived in before he stepped down. You know, because anytime he was asked about it, he was like, "No, I'm doing this."
But it just became so clear that there was no way that he could continue to stay on the ticket.
No,
it was coming at some point.
Yeah,
and I mean, it's disappointing because, like, we all love Joe. Like,
it's bittersweet. I think
the one reason
Syracuse guy
loves ice cream.
Yeah,
his grandpa
went to Syracuse Law.
Cool sunglasses.
Yeah.
You know. No, the reason I thought that it had to be Biden is because he'd done it before.
He beat Trump. Like that's what I was saying.
That was literally it. Was I think he had done it. He can do it because he's done it before. And something that they said at the DNC, one of the governors or one of the representatives that I will never remember, that while we were waiting for Joe to come on, somebody said this is the first election to take place after Jan 6th. After the Capitol.
I hadn't thought about that.
You know, and like, I'm sorry, but I actually would like to believe that does matter and will make a difference.
Yeah.
Jan 6 was a high watermark, even if even if the person behind it has not been prosecuted correctly for it yet. That was a moment that American politics changed forever.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to believe, no matter what the rhetoric is, no matter what you're registered to vote as, that Jan 6, deep down, you know that was not okay, and you know it is Trump's fault.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was,
I mean,
Raskin? Was that who said that?
yeah.
Yeah.
Because was he the chair of the January 6th committee? Or one of them?
He was on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that might have been who said that.
Yeah, I think you're right. But that was like a shock to me. I was like, oh, yeah, you're right. No, like we haven't had a chance to go to the polls since Jan 6 happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Something else I just remembered when Biden was speaking, they kept cutting to Nancy Pelosi in the audience.
She looked ridiculous.
And it was vicious, but I couldn't get enough of it because she's credited as the one kind of like pulling the strings behind the scenes to get Biden out. And then they keep cutting to her being like applauding Biden. And I believe that comes from a genuine place. Like she is glad how it turned out. And I assume she still loves the guy. But she doesn't think he should run as president right now. And apparently they've fallen apart in recent weeks because of all this, but they'll patch it up. But I just loved those shots of Pelosi.
Yeah. I mean, she is someone who she knows where all the skeletons, like who all has skeletons in their closets, I should say. She's been in Washington forever. She's an extremely adept and effective member of Congress and, Democratic leader. So I think it would have been really easy for her to get the major Democratic contributors to come together and say, we're not giving any more money to the Democratic Party if this is who the candidate is. Yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised if she was kind of the straw that broke the camel's back. Yeah. But I also don't think it was just her. I think it's unfair that the media is positioning this narrative as though Nancy was the linchpin. Nancy.
Well, the media loves to hate on women. And
it's like, And especially Nancy Pelosi.
Yep. Micah, how's the Micah chair doing?
It's good.
He's been fully reclined at times, dear listener, in the Micah chair.
Well, that's another part that's really satisfying about this because we have these lav mics on, and so we can actually lean back.
Yeah,
we don't need to worry about being 6 inches or fist distance from the mic.
There's no cameras in front of us. I could just sit here with my eyes closed.
I can hang upside down on the bed.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Speak of the devil, I just got a text message from Gwen Walls.
You're besties with Tim Walz's wife
during normal hours.
Specifically.
During normal hours.
Yeah. Unlike former President Barack Obama.
Juan, you text back, to the window! To the walls! Sweat drop down your husband's balls! Motherfucker! Should I go out on the balcony and sing that right now?
Yeah, I'll film you.
Do it.
I'll just open the door real quick.
No, I'm not recording that.
Don't be a pussy. Go out on the balcony.
Don't be a pussy. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a beautiful sunset. I'm going to ruin everybody's...
Yep.
To the window! Oh my God, the way your voice carries.
Oh my God.
We're going to get kicked out tonight. I'm so sorry.
Well, it's been fun.
I'm so sorry, Mark. Oh, man.
Mark's like, what do you mean we?
It's like, I'm never ruining that. That door is staying closed.
Oh my God.
It would have been great if somebody yelled back to you.
To the walls! One of you should go down there. We can just yell back and forth. The sweat dropped down my balls. I'm gonna do that again tonight once I'm so hyped up on Tim Walz's speech, which I'm sure will be really good.
Yeah, I'm excited.
We still have a couple truly unrulies. Which I would like to let listeners know. I did not order the truly unrulies. But I did order Truly, and I guess the DoorDash person grabbed an unruly pack for whatever reason. Those are the 8% versions of Truly, and they're noticeably stronger. They're good, though. So I'll be yelling that song out the. By the way, one of the speakers I went to at Podcast Movement today, he had like that Trumpian tick where he would start like growling some words, like to the window, to the walls, that type of thing. I can't do that part of Trump's.
Yeah,
well.
I wonder if we saw the same person. I'm not going to name names because obviously I'm not trying to like put anyone on blast, but
it was an ad guy, like an ad sales guy.
Okay, yeah, maybe they're just cut from the same cloth. But it was like the first person I saw this morning, and I was like, "Oh my god, you seem like such a douche."
That's the impression I was getting of this guy.
At least he wasn't 15 minutes late.
Oh. Tell Micah, you want to tell people what happened?
Yeah. So Andrew and I were attending a panel the first morning of the con, and we're waiting there. I had seen the panel previously, and time just starts to drift on, and this nice woman gets up on stage and starts asking, well, we can't seem to locate our speaker. Does anybody know this person? Okay. And then the people who had done the panel previously nicely got up there and were going to do like a makeshift. And then he showed up 15 minutes late to his own panel.
Yeah.
And now he will forever be known. And at least while we're here, because we've seen him a number of times.
Yeah.
And it's always like, hey, it's the guy who showed up late to his panel.
I wanted to like say to him, hey, you on time for where we're going next, asshole? It was how are you late? And it wasn't just 15 minutes late.
It was
you have to show up like at least 15 minutes early to get mic'd and get yourself situated and all that.
It's a whole production that they're doing.
And we're not talking like 8 o'clock in the morning. It was 11 a.m.
Yeah.
Well, the fun thing was, Mike and Andrew knew what to do, knew what must be done right away. They texted the group. They said, we have to go up there.
We're going to insurrect this shit.
Yeah. Because
stop the steal.
We had actually,
that's what Lauren said.
Stop this. That was amazing to text. But we had put in for a panel at Podcast Movement, and I think in the end it wasn't industry enough.
Yeah. And I said
they could use us.
Yeah. Well, and I said to these three, watch, if we come back next year, that asshole's going to get invited back.
Yeah.
That should blacklist him. Seriously, 15 minutes late, that's unforgivable to me.
I hope
15 minutes into your 30-minute panel, by the way.
I hope nobody died. Like, I hope nobody close to him.
I said to Micah, what if he died? Why if nobody can get in touch with him? You can't get in touch with him at 11 a.m. on a Monday morning? Like, listen, he's got to be dead.
These balconies are pretty dangerous looking to me.
No, they are.
Honestly, I'm kind of surprised that they don't have safety rails around them, because
like a little higher.
Honestly, I feel like anywhere I go that has balconies this high usually they try to make it difficult, for you to
3 truly unrulies and I'm gonna be overboard. Lock me up. Lock me up to the bed. All right, well, we could probably start wrapping this up. This has been fun. Unless there's anything else anybody wants to get off their chest.
Oh, man. Well, I mean, give me some truly unrulies, and then maybe later I'll want to get
you do After
personal.
Dark.
After Dark.
There we go.
Yeah. I feel like
After Dark.
So for listeners, because I feel like we're not really doing an After Dark, because this is like, just because we got a special recording situation. I've been telling people we're doing like a summer series of episodes.
Yeah.
You and Pam are going to do a laid back thing next week, but I think you are doing an After Dark, right?
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah. We definitely have planned everything.
Okay. I'll talk to you about that.
Andrew's like, I'm going to have a talking with you.
Fucking do it. Yeah. No, but because we're going to record a MuggleCast thing right after this too, and we don't want to take up Micah and Eric's valuable time. But
we'll be back with a black light and the Micah chair.
Yeah.
We're gonna get to the bottom of these rumors.
This week's After Dark is just a live cam of the Micah chair for 6 hours, like it's Big Brother or something. Nobody's sitting in it. Micah might occasionally like pass by it.
I'll like go up to it real close and sniff it and then walk away.
Yeah. What do you think of the Micah chair running joke and experience?
Running joke.
Isn't that great?
Yeah, it's a good. I have no issues with it at all.
You look. I bet if we kept talking for another half hour, you'd be falling asleep in that Micah chair.
Probably.
You look sleepy.
We have been getting up pretty early.
Yeah.
Well,
And he's still recovering from the whiskeys. He said he's not going to drink tonight. You're not going to drink
That's such
tonight?
a lie.
No, you're not going to drink tonight.
No.
Look at that. Those whiskeys not
maybe,
proud
count.
of you.
maybe he's already drank. We didn't see.
It's not bubbly.
Vodka.
I knew Micah was getting buzzed because he started going like this.
Oh,
Last-
do it.
I would
Multiple
do that
times.
anyway.
No, you don't. No, you
We'll
don't.
be able
You
to
never
show
touched me.
affection to each other.
Oh, I agree. No, I
100%.
I loved it. I loved every second of it.
It's very
Oh,
And
by
the
the way,
ass grab too.
what?
No.
By the way, so I have friends now in real life in Vegas.
Hey,
That's wonderful.
congratulations.
Thank you. Oh, okay. Another tangent.
Oh yeah.
So, have you loaded up Bumble here?
Well, I don't even have my profile set up.
Oh, we never set up your profile.
I was
Damn
hoping you
it.
could help me with that.
Okay. Well, let's take a look at Laura's Bumble profile right now.
I mean,
she's looking for friends. She's a
there's
major.
There's nothing on it. I
Oh.
haven't even finished it. Do you want
It's
to
the color of
Here.
a bee.
put in my bio for me?
Okay.
You fill out my profile.
Okay. If
I
you
trust
two help
you.
me.
Okay.
Laura.
Well,
is-
what are the questions?
Well, it's just a general bio.
Mhm.
Now's your chance to tell people more about you. You can edit this anytime.
I am a friendly, intelligent, and caring
Aw.
30 something. Writing the bio for my friend Laura.
No, no. Okay, I am friendly, intelligent, and caring gal who is a part-time podcaster.
Oh no.
No, what?
You didn't put that you were a podcaster in your Bumble profile.
It's
I
different
say
for girls.
I say podcast production or something. I work in a podcast editor. That's how I identify.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I don't want
Okay.
people looking up the podcast, and I want to tell them on my own time.
I
you know?
see. Okay.
Okay.
Did you say podcast producer?
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's a part-time podcast producer,
Yeah.
At
full-time
No.
party girl.
West-
No?
No, that's not true. I was about to say, don't talk about my full-time gig. I don't want to talk about that.
hashtag was it Hawk Tuah?
Full-time Hawk Tuah. Wink
Did
emoji.
I tell you she
was a
threw out the
part-time
first pitch of
podcaster.
the Mets game?
Yes, I heard about that. That's insane. Okay, so how about like,
Oh my!
what type of friends are you
On
looking for?
camp day, but no
Yeah,
less.
well, Micah should tell this story on Millennial
Hey,
real quick because
What's camp day? Yeah, go ahead.
Where like all the camps come because so like she's
Scouts, like the
she
Cub
was-
Scouts.
no, like you go to camp, and as part of the camp, they take you on a field trip to a Mets game. So they do a couple of them throughout the summer. And she threw out the first pitch. Like, who? First of all, why is she throwing out a first pitch anywhere? Second,
I'm actually very proud. I'm very proud for how far she's come.
What is she famous for?
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah,
That's literally
exactly.
the thing, right?
you literally have
if a single kid
6,
asks,
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12-year-olds.
sure.
Yeah, I feel like most people probably wouldn't know who she was if she's like this tall, standing down.
Yeah, but you're on like the big jumbotron, and
I feel like only certain demographics would know who she
I know.
was. Because like,
but
how
it's
did they
New York,
introduce
and it
her?
was a store. I don't know.
Were they like, and throwing today's first pitch, the Hawk Tuah girl?
and everybody spent all
Did she Hawk Tuah on the ball before throwing?
probably lube it up.
So she did the first pitch with her hands.
So she threw the first pitch with her hands, Mark said. We have to, just in case it doesn't pick it up. Okay, so here's my updated profile for you.
Okay.
I am a friendly, intelligent, and caring gal who is a podcast producer. I upped you from part-time to full-time.
Oh, thank you.
Looking for friends for game nights, movie nights, and fun weekends out.
Actually, that sounds pretty good.
Mhm.
I don't know how I feel about calling myself fun, intelligent, or a gal. That's not a word.
Girl?
That's just not like, it doesn't sound like
People
me.
person?
Femme type.
No, I'm not a people person. Have you met me?
All right,
Why
delete
are you on
Bumble.
Bumble then?
Well, that's a good
That's part of the
question.
terms of
How about-
service is you have
Yeah.
to be a people
And
person.
caring podcast producer instead of gal who is a podcast producer, just
Oh.
and caring.
Yeah, sure. I'm trusting you.
Okay.
You know what?
Yeah, and Jesus
I'm
Christ. I've made
trusting
like
you. Drive.
over a dozen
Say
friends at this point.
You're a bartending biker.
Right. For sure.
I wanted to get in something about Mark too, like just kind of imply like taken. Like,
my boyfriend.
Oh,
who
I
lives in
mean,
Canada.
do people?
I wish.
okay, we can skip it for the sake of time. All right, what are you looking for? People to meet IRL, couple friends, right? For your
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Gaming. Oh yeah,
For sure.
Oh wait, you can only pick one.
That's lame.
That is so, what?
fuck?
That's limiting, but it's the kind of limiting where like you're going to get good results because it's so limiting.
Yeah.
Like if you just had to pick one, it's seriously like asking somebody like their desert island book.
Okay, add some prompts. You can add up to 3 prompts. This will take all day, but most inspiring person I've met. Who's the most inspiring person?
Oh my God, I feel so
J.K.
put on
Rowling.
this. Absolutely fucking not. Most inspiring person I've met. Jesus. Like
Jesus. The good Lord above.
Jesus Christ.
Now I feel so put on the spot right now. I'm like, I'm gonna come up with a really bad answer.
Okay, we can do a different prompt.
Okay, yeah, please.
My favorite quality in a person is?
Oh.
Hi.
Well, that's number 2. I would say number 1 is reliability.
No, I meant like high quality, not like that high right now.
Okay, well,
Oh God.
that is my second favorite. So
Reliability. Okay,
Yeah.
sure. Great. And then, let's do one more just to really... My pet peeve? The person I text most? Those are separate prompts.
My full-time job.
I mean, the person I text most is obviously.
My boyfriend.
There you go. Now
that-
now you're making it clear that I'm committed.
Okay.
And to be clear, like it's not like anything overly sappy. It's usually like really off the wall TikToks.
Mhm.
So Mark can attest to this. Throughout the day, I'll send him at least 10 TikToks, and then he gets home and I'm like, "Did you watch what I sent you?" And he's like, "Which one?"
Right.
So yeah.
Okay, so here we go.
Usually silly
Congrats.
shit.
You're on the road
Oh
to
my
making
God.
friends.
Really?
Okay, so this is Jade. As we can tell,
Oh,
she's
hi,
24.
Jade.
She has a
Oh.
cat. Swipe left or right. Left means you hate her. You never want to see her again. 4 means you love her and
This
want to
is too
marry
much
her.
pressure.
I feel like
There's no middle ground.
Oh no.
did she get
Wait, so I don't remember how to do
Left
this.
is no.
Left.
Oh, wow. That's mean. Oh, there's a guy.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Oh, I get guys.
This means, I hope I show up. I would scream.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Oh, so maybe girls can swipe right on guys, but not vice versa.
Like Sadie Hawkins rules.
Okay. T 27.
I need to check in. I need to load up Bumble.
Yeah, maybe.
And so, just so you know, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just so you know, you can like swipe up here and then look, in search of LGBTQIA+ non-conservative, alternative, non-religious friends. She's perfect for you.
Yes. Okay, Amy. New in town and looking to make some genuine friends to explore the town. I like to hike. Oh.
Block. My favorite podcast is Millennial. Block.
Okay, what about Chris? Looking to meet some new people since I work from home and a lot of my friends have moved away. Oh, I like traveling, learning new things, hiking.
attachment issues?
Hiking again.
Yeah, what is it with these hiking people?
I'll add the my pet peeve prompt. Hiking. Hikers.
Don't
then you're
say
not
that
gonna
you
show up.
hike.
Yeah.
Looking to meet new people with similar interests where I can be myself and also learn new things.
Just don't overthink it. Just-
no,
Andrew,
okay.
talk more about the friends that you have now.
Oh, yes. Well, I wanted to say that one of them listens to MuggleCast, and then another one actually listens to Millennial. Tyler. Hi, Tyler.
Yeah. Hi,
And-
Tyler.
And
So did they listen prior to knowing you, or
no, I'm building an audience for us
at you.
through
Oh,
Bumble.
thank you,
I know.
thank you.
I know. But anyway, Jeremiah listens to MuggleCast. Really likes your voice, Micah.
Oh.
Yeah, really
He
likes
has
your
to get
voice.
in line.
And I know. I was like, I think a lot of women sure feel that way too, and guys, of course. But our audience is primarily female, so I just wanted to let you know that yet another person finds your voice very sexy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Do you
Thanks,
remember? Do you remember that who was it we heard from? We heard from a listener after an episode that you and
I'm
Mark.
taking over.
Oh God, Andrew's driving.
I'm swiping no on everybody.
Oh
Don't
wow,
do
you're making me
that.
seem like such a bitch.
I'm just trying to find me.
It's
I
not going to
see.
happen.
Yeah, it's all women. See, there was that
Yeah.
one guy. Oh,
Mhm.
there was a guy. Wasn't me though. I swipe so fast. I'm
And you're not reading the stuff
Yeah, you're
about
not-
them.
We'll
you're
be
not
here all
seeing
day.
Don't touch
quality.
it. What are you
more will
trying to
show
get to?
up. Me.
That's not going to happen. You're in Nevada.
I've seen two guys. No,
This
but I
says-
checked it. I'm in.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
here
right
now.
here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
we're
you're
next
just
to
another
each
guy.
other.
Yeah, for every like 10 women, it seems like there's one guy.
Mm-hmm. I guess they trust women to have, friendships.
10 out of 10, no notes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, for sure. So, but do you remember this? There was an episode that you and Mark were both on. I can't remember if it was Millennial or if Mark came on
It was
Mugglecast.
Mugglecast.
And we heard from someone who was like, can we get Mark and Micah to like read some erotic fan fiction?
Sure.
So like, we're here. You
And
can
also
make
I've
it
written
happen.
it and it stars them and me.
Yeah.
Because honestly, if that's on the table,
New benefit.
new tier.
Well, I'll
new
let
tier
you
benefit.
know.
Yeah, let me know.
If are
You
these
see
all
me.
in DC? Or no, wait, some of them.
It's
were
going to be a
in
mix of Atlanta and DC.
okay,
Yeah, I'm seeing
okay.
DC people right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
Well,
already
we'll
swiped
see.
left on all the others. You bastard.
Well, we will see if and I'm so embarrassed
What
that
happened
you
to
saw
Jade?
like how many.
She done?
Because tomorrow morning we'll be like, hey, Laura, ready for breakfast? She's like, oh, I've already got 3 Bumble dates this morning. Sorry.
I'm leaving Macon.
I got to show off that I'm hanging out at the Gaylord. That I'm sitting at the Gaylord.
Right.
So
Exactly.
Bumble is just for friendships.
Yes.
There's a friend mode.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Bumble
Yeah, that's how
BFF.
it was
Yeah.
recommended to me.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
really cool.
Did you ever like meet anyone who you thought might have been using it to try and find
Oh,
friends with benefits?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And you do have to have that conversation here and there.
But like, why wouldn't you just use a regular Bumble?
I agree.
Like, why are you trying to catfish people
I
with
agree.
friendship?
I agree. It's a little common in gay culture, like hookups, even just with friends, I think.
I see. Well, I mean,
But a lot of people don't, Pat and I included.
mhm,
And most of the people I think we've met out there now who we're good friends with are
mhm.
monogamous. So, but yeah, that is a thing. So,
Interesting.
yeah.
Okay.
And sometimes people will write in the profile like truly just looking for friends.
Mhm.
Something like
That's
that.
useful.
But yeah.
Otherwise, I would say people don't know what they want either.
Mm.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we should wrap this up.
Yeah.
Micah and Eric, thanks for doing this with us.
Yeah.
That's great.
I'll keep you
It's fun.
posted on my
Yeah.
Bumble matches.
Yes. Yes.
Mhm.
Please. I hope you see me.
Will do.
I hope you see me.
I'm just gonna sit here and swipe for the rest of the night.
Oh.
And then finally, when it happens, I'm gonna be like, Eureka! And Andrew's gonna be asleep already. So he's gonna miss it.
That's okay. We're
You're
gonna
gonna-
leave the door open. You can come in.
You're going to rap on the door and be like, Master, I found you on Bumble. I found you on Bumble.
Oh, that's
Well,
amazing.
listeners, in all seriousness, we are here because of listener support. So
Yes.
thank you
Yeah.
for supporting us at patreon.com/millennial through Apple Podcasts. You support the Mugglecast ones too. That all helps as well. We're here to learn about the podcast industry and ways we can grow our own shows and improve our own shows and all that. So really, you're the reason we're sitting here right now, the four of us.
100%.
So thank you.
We can't thank you enough. And the only other thing I would plug is our newest show, What the Hype.
Mm-hmm.
So if you haven't had a chance to check it out yet, definitely look us up. We're What the Hype podcast on YouTube.
You'll find the four of us and Pam
Mm-hmm.
on any of the episodes.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's got great intro music.
It does.
Tell me all about. You go out on the balcony and sing that.
Yeah.
And I'll sing to the window.
I
to the
was
walls.
singing it in here.
Actually, you have a very nice singing voice,
You do.
Eric.
Thank you.
So I was like, dang, Eric could have recorded this for us.
Yeah.
I sang A Whole New World earlier. You didn't like that?
I want
It
to do.
was
I'm actually
beautiful.
working on an acoustic version of the What the Hype theme
Yeah.
song. I'm trying to
Oh,
learn all the
cool.
individual parts so I can do one of those YouTube videos where they play it and then
Oh,
they play on
sick.
top of themselves.
That would be so cool to just put on our channel.
Yeah.
Like,
Meg's mom has a drum set, and before I leave this state, I will ask her to teach me how to play it.
Oh.
sweet.
Yeah, you singing that earlier made me remember you told me last night how much you wanted to fuck Aladdin.
I did not say fuck Aladdin. I think I said I had a crush on Aladdin. But yeah, I guess I wanted to have.
The animated.
I wanted to kiss him. I was a child.
Oh, okay. The animated.
I didn't know what
Aladdin.
that F
Okay.
word meant at the time.
That movie is very horny.
It is.
Somewhere deep in your soul, you knew what it meant.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah, there's a lot of parody songs.
Mm.
If you ever want.
Well, and like you didn't need to parody like Cave of Wonders, Magic Lamp.
And the 90s Batman movie with the hard-plated Batman and Robin suits.
oh, the bat nipples.
Yeah.
nipples.
Oh,
Remember
man,
that?
that was my sexual awakening right there. I had them on the cover. They were on a cover of a magazine. I was like, damn, what the fuck?
That magazine cover goes hard. That
Yeah.
I know which one. I immediately know which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Mike and Eric, thanks again.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
And yeah, Laura and Pam are going to do a special episode next week. And then I think the week after that is the debate.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Presuming
or we're
Trump
taking a week
shows up
off and
for
then
it.
the debate or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trump, I mean, has committed. So we'll
Yeah.
hopefully he follows through. So yeah, we're going to have different episodes over the next few weeks.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Thanks everybody for listening.
Thanks, y'all.
Good night.
Bye.